We decided to make this video for the general population.
Most people, as we've grown older, we've seen they're pretty ignorant to mental disorders. And so we just decided to make a video to talk about it and make people more aware, I guess.
Way fucking more people have mental disorders than you know.
Yeah, that you can possibly imagine.
Over time, you'll know if you have a problem. Your friends will know. They'll talk to you about it. And honestly, like you were saying, I think if anyone were to go into a psychiatrist's office, they would for sure be diagnosed with something. Also, people that may seem like total bitches or complete douches or just really mean and hateful, they may also have mental disorders too, or they may just have a lot of shit going on, which is causing them to be mean and causing them to seem like a bitch and causing them to be a douche. Honestly, I'm gonna be open. I've said some mean shit, like out of
Spite.
when I get to a point, I say shit that I just say shit. I don't. I think I've said that in a previous video. I just say shit and it comes out. And sometimes it's really mean shit. Mental disorders is something that's kind of hushed away. It's not really something that everyone talks about. It's kind of like if someone's depressed, you don't go around, "Hey, buddy, I'm depressed. What do you got? What's wrong with you today?"
It's true.
Like it's people aren't like that, so it's kind of hushed down. So
If you know someone and you're aware of their disorder, their problems, diagnosed or not, you have to be patient with them.
and if you're not patient, that can be a major trigger. If you're not patient and they're trying to express themselves to you, that can cause serious depression, serious anxiety that can push someone over the edge. So it is very important to be patient when you're dealing with someone who's kind of feels comfortable enough, which is if they're feeling comfortable enough to talk to you about this, you need to fucking be patient. Like, come on, like, so
Exactly. They feel they can open up to you, and you may be the only person they can open up to. You never know.
it's a mental disorder. It's not a mental fucking choice.
Yeah,
So
it's never a choice.
if someone is reaching out to you, you gotta at least fucking try. Like, try to really understand, really
They can
help.
already feel shunned from, society.
If they lose the feeling of like, okay, maybe so and so, if I talk to them, maybe they can, like, I don't know, help me out or something. If they lose that and they have no one now, that can be very bad.
And it's actually pretty sad that more people than you would think feel alone, like they don't have any real friends or people they can talk to. And I feel that's actually pretty common. Yeah, that's the word, common, for people to feel that way. Even people you may think has a bunch of friends. It doesn't mean they have this level of connection with that person or what they may need if they don't get it from their family or really anyone.
Especially people with mental disorders feel more alone than you can imagine. Because there's something wrong with them, they feel like everyone else is normal. There are people with mental disorders and they know it. They can still feel that even they don't fucking know how it is to be how they are, if you get what I
When you're
mean.
first realizing it, it's pretty much just like that. Sometimes when people realize I'm on meds, that you'll get weird looks and like remarks, that it's just really offensive.
That does make you feel like you're fucking crazy or something because you have to take meds, and it shouldn't feel like that. Seriously, most people are on medication now, and it shouldn't be something that you should be ashamed of.
You may go through a bunch of meds that may make you worse or feel a certain way, make you
Yeah,
sick,
fuck yeah.
nauseous, dizzy, things like that. You'll go through a bunch of meds that won't do you good, but you have to be patient with that too. In order to heal yourself, you have to be patient with yourself and all these other factors in life. But it can really help you. For me personally, I hate to say it, but I don't really function without it.
Like she said though, you have to be patient with your meds because it's not an instant, nowhere near instant, like,
Yeah.
My meds are working. No, you have to
It already
just
takes a
take
few
them.
weeks for your meds to really kick in, and your psych will tell you that.
Yeah, just take them. Just take your meds until you notice it helping, or you notice it making you depressed or worse, or you notice negative side effects, which if you do, you need to talk to your psychiatrist like immediately, because
And they'll change you.
some negative effects though can last the rest of your life if you don't stop that medication. But don't get that make you backing away from medication.
Also, you can be on the right medication for how you feel mentally, but there could be things you may have to deal with that are a bad side effect. But it could be minuscule or whatever. If you can't really deal with it, then you're gonna have to change it because it's gonna fuck with your head anyways. But
Such as shaking. When I was on my medication, shaking was a big problem, but I dealt with it anyways because my meds were helping me. Shaking or having that possibility that I may just snap and kill myself, I'd rather shake a little bit than
exactly,
have that.
you got to deal with some of the things because I've known people who've gone through a wide plethora of drugs, pretty much got to the end of the cycle and are trying the new things. That if there are things you really can't deal with, then you're gonna have to switch them. If you do go to your psychiatrist, really explain everything about yourself, get into detail. Like, you can't feel shy or awkward about it. You're gonna have to open up to this person at sometimes because you don't want to be prescribed the wrong things. Looking for help and not even getting real help.
Yes.
You have to really talk about it.
Yeah, and if you do think you're bipolar, don't and you have the opportunity to see a psych, do not let them prescribe you just an antidepressant just to see if you have.
Well, maybe you could do without it, but I'm just saying.
Well, I'm
saying.
also saying that antidepressants for bipolar disorder can spark bad manic episodes.
Oh yeah.
Right away. So if you think you really are bipolar, go in, let them know that you think you're bipolar, and also question what this antidepressant how it can worsen your disorder and the possibilities of how it can better your disorder. Make sure you really talk to them about that.
Exactly.
She's seen me when I ran out of my medication. Oh
so
God. With anxiety, it's a bitch. Like, it just is. But there's also other things other than meds, because I know a lot of people out there don't have health insurance, can't get meds, can't even see a psych. So there's things like meditation that can help. There are things like, honestly, this crystal I have that used to be my mother's, it helps me if I get anxious. I hold on to it, kind of feel the energy, because I believe in like crystal healing and I'm very spiritual. So that actually helps me. Maybe you guys can find something that'll help you. You need things that will cause comfort that's stronger than your anxiety. Also know that whatever disorders you have, someone else in the world has the same disorder and someone else in the world has a worse disorder than you. OCD.
OCD
That's a
is
bad
real
one.
big one.
So just also think that you may be depressed, you may be bipolar, you may be generalized anxiety disorder, you may have ADHD, but there are also people who have it worse than you. So don't be, I don't know, kind of think about that. Maybe that'll help you out too a little bit. They try to treat the symptoms before diagnosing you. Usually they will give you antidepressants and some mood stabilizers to see how those affect you, and by that they just continue okay, well, that helps this, so this might help that, and the psychiatrist list of helping people out, I guess I'll call it. Before we end this video, I need to say one more thing. Parents out there, when your kids are acting out, that can be a warning sign. If your kids, majorly, that can be a warning sign. If your kids are starting to ditch school, starting to just act out, you may want them to see a psychiatrist. And I say you do it right away. Yeah. Right when they start acting out. Right when they start acting out.
Don't judgmentally jump to conclusions. Because I know I had problems with my father or whatnot, that he automatically assumes something that it's not and treats it a way it shouldn't be treated. So you got to be really open to everything that they're feeling. You got to connect with them I guess you could say.
Yeah, and try to talk to them. They're gonna be, if they have a mental disorder, they're gonna be in a state where they're fucking, they they might not even want to talk to you. They might want to be as far away from their parents, as far away from their family, as far away from their friends, even if it's a major anxiety disorder or whatever, as possible. So try to talk to them. Try to really open up. I acted out. I got expelled twice when my bipolar and my anxiety first started really getting to where it starts. In about, how old was I? Like 16, 15, nah. End of 15, about 16 for me at least, was when my bipolar and anxiety started going way through the roof. And I was acting out, ditching. I got expelled twice. Had to go to a continuation school. It sucked. And I don't know, if I went to a psychiatrist when I first started acting out, maybe things would have been different. So if your child or young adult is acting out, I don't know, talk to them
Take
about
action as soon
it
as possible.
and take action as soon as possible, like she
By
said.
the way, if you have any questions or comments, message his YouTube account.
Message,
Ask whatever you want. We'll always respond.
Yeah, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Just, I'm here to spread hope and try to help you guys out. So message me with anything you want to talk about, and I'll try my hardest to return as soon as possible. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.